Hello friends, welcome to GoodTecher LeetCode tutorial. Here we are going to solve subsets 2 coding problem. So given a collection of integers that might contain duplicates, so like input array nums, return all possible subsets, the power set. So note here, the solution set must not contain duplicate subsets. So for example, if the input array nums is 1, 2, 2, a solution set is like this array of integers. So like 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2 empty array. So they are all subsets array inside this big array. So we notice here there's a duplicate number in the input array, like this 2 is appearing twice. Also notice here there's no duplicate subset in the final solution. Like 1, 2, 2, there's no more like a 2, 2, 1 or 2, 1, 2. They are just the same subset. So we can only return a distinct subset in the final solution. So like subset 2 is a follow-up coding problem for the subset 1. So like when you have a real coding interviews, you might be asked that subset 1 first, and when you first successfully solve this subset 1, and you may be asked the follow-up question subset 2. So because the company want to evaluate your skills and knowledge more carefully, so they might have some come up with follow-up question. Like this subset 2 coding problem. So the slight difference is just this here we have a duplicate number in the inside array. So subset 2 is still a very typical coding problem about depth first search and recursion. So here I'm going to draw the depth first search tree to help you understand the process to solve this subset 2 coding problem. So here we go. We will have suppose we have this input array that's called a 2, 1, 2. So I may start different from the example 1, 2, 2 because the coding problem doesn't guarantee the input array is a sorted array, but so it does not guarantee it's in ascending order. So we need to pay attention to that. And actually the first step is to do sorting, to sort this input array, whether it's sorted or not, to sort it in ascending order, so that would become 1, 2, 2. I'm going to expand the reason why we need to do the sort first in later. So here, our goal is to find all subsets for this input array. And we are going to return with results. So results at the beginning just an empty array, but it will become an array of all the subsets array. So here we can start with the first subset. We need to list all the subsets and add to this final result. So we can start with the empty array. Remember that empty array is also a qualified subset for this input array. So we are going to mark it when we put it into this final result. We are going to mark it. So here we have a subset. That's a variable, but it keep changing the reference. So keep changing the which subset we are visiting. So at the beginning, just this empty array. When we add to the results, we are going to visit the next. So next is from the first index. Zero index as a 1, and we add it to the results. We mark it, and from this 0, we continue to do the depth first search. So do that with a 0, but we were going to visit the next one. So that's a 1, 2, and this is also a subset. We add it and keep going deeper. That would be 0, 1 at beginning, 1, 2. But next element, index is 1, index is a 2, and that's 1, 2, 2. We add it and we finish with all the elements at this level, and we are going back. So here we're going back. So here, we can have a different parts from here. So 0, and we can go into the 0, 2. That's our next element at the same level, and be 1, 2. But you see here, this is actually the same subset because this element that's nums, we can have that's a current I element is just equal with the value that's previous element. So actually we can have this condition check first. So if we find that this current element we are going to visit is just the same value with the previous element, we don't need to visit this subset because we know that we would have a same subset we have previously. So we have this condition first and we don't need to visit this line. So actually we just go back to here and go back to the empty array at beginning and going to visit next pass. So that's a 1. Our start index becomes 1 as a 2. So we add to the results and we are going to visit next for this pass. So that's 1, 2, and that's a 2. So that's index 1 and 2. We are going to mark it because we add to the results. And we go back. So we can have a last element at this pass. That's a 2. That's a element value 2. But this same thing happens in here because at this level you see the nums I, the 2 is equal to the nums of I minus 1. That's the same element value. So actually this condition, if we have before we visit each subset, that we don't need to visit this one. So because this one doesn't match with this, it's matched with this condition. We don't need to visit this subset. So we skip this subset. So that's all. We finish the first search process, and we will add all this subset to the final results. So the process is very straightforward, and we always conduct with this goal. So this goal actually we can convert it to a depth search first search function. To convert to the function, and we can really use in the real coding. So to find all subsets, we can list all the parameters we need to have this function. So the first function parameter we are going to have is this input array. So that's an array of integers. So let's call it nums. And then it's this results, the final results. That's a results we are keep adding with a subset. And third parameter we are going to have is a subset. So subset is keep changing the reference. So we know that we are within different subset. We add each subset to the result. And the last one is just an integer value, that's star index. So we know where we are going to visit. There's 0, 1, 2. It's just index we know that element we are visiting. So after we know these parameters, we can go back to the coding. So to do the coding in Java to solve this coding problem. So as we just mentioned, and we notice here, this is the final result we're going to return for this problem. So that's a list of integers, so that's a results. And we initialize it with this array list. And we can have a edge case check first. So for this problem, the edge case here is just check if this array is not exist or this array is an empty array. If that's empty array of this array not exist, we can directly return its empty big results for this problem. And as we mentioned, we are going to sort this input array nums first. So in Java, it's arrays.sort. So you see here why we are going to sort this first, because after sort we can have this check, like we can compare the current element with the previous element, whether they have the same value. Because when we sort it, we know that the bigger value elements all come from the last, so we can compare with the previous element value. So we know that if that's a value it is the same, so they will have the same subset. We don't need to weight it. So that's why we need to do the sorting first. So arrays.sort. And then, as we mentioned, we will have this list of integer that's called a subset. So it keep changing the reference. And we are having this function to find all subsets. So we know we have 4 parameters here. The first one is an input array. Second one is results, and next is a subset. It keeps changing the reference, and the start index at the beginning just a 0. And after this function, it will have an update final results. So it's a results we are going to return for this problem. So here we are going to implement this function. So let's call it private function to find all subsets. So there are 4 parameters here. Array of integers and num, and then integer as a results, and list of integer that's a subset, and integer value start index. So whenever we have a subset, we are going to add it to the final results, results.add. But here we are going to have a deep copy of the current subset, because subset is a variable that keep changing the reference, so it keep changing. If we don't do the deep copy, it will eventually always be the empty, and we need to add with a deep copy with a value at the place at the time when we have the subset, we're going to add to the final result. That's why we need to have a deep copy. And then we have this for loop, and in I index I is a nums. So with each element plus plus. So here, as we mentioned, if this current I is not the first one, not the start index, and this current element has the same value with the previous element, we can just keep this one. We don't need to wait it is add it to the subset. For otherwise, we are going to add this current element to the subset and to find all subsets. So nums, results, subset, and going to the next level, that's I plus 1. So when we're going back, we are going to remove the last element we have just with it. Subset size is 1. So that's it. So before we submit, we can make a quick check to see if there's a typo or mistake we made. So we initialize with the results, and that final results we are going to return, and we made some edge case checks first, and we sort this array in ascending order, and we have a subset to help find list with the value of each subset, and we have this private function to find all subsets. So with these 4 parameters, and for every subset we have a div copy and add to the final results. And with this for loop, we are going to visit each element at a different level. So if this is a same element value with the previous element value, we skip, and for other cases we can add this element to the subset and go into the deeper level and We go back, subset outside. Yeah. So let's click submit. Yeah, accepted. So our solution is correct. So as you see here, we have this step first search process, and with this step first search picture, you may get more understanding how the step first search process is going to be. So I hope you enjoy watching this tutorial, and thank you for watching. Thank you for subscription to GoodTecher LeetCode channel, a YouTube channel. I hope we can make progress together. Also, I have upload the solution for the coding problem to the GitHub. That GoodTecher LeetCode. You can search this address to find all the solution, Java solution for the LeetCode problems. So that's all about it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscription. So see you next time.